Hey everyone, LeBron here. Today I'm going to share 3 crucial tips to help you improve your basketball IQ. You know, basketball's more than just dribbling and shooting. It's about outsmarting your opponent, anticipating plays, and making split-second decisions. It's about having that high basketball IQ that sets you apart from the rest. Now I've been lucky enough to play with some of the smartest guys in the game, guys who could see the play before it even happened. And you know what? That kind of basketball intelligence, it's not something you're born with. It's something you develop through dedication, through study, and through really understanding the game. So, if you're ready to take your game to the next level, to see the court like a chessboard and your moves 3 steps ahead, then stick with me. We're about to unlock that basketball genius within you. Let's get started. First things first, you gotta know the game like the back of your hand. That means understanding the rules like a referee, knowing every position like you've played them all, and recognizing plays like you drew them up yourself. Think about it. You can't very well make smart decisions on the court if you don't know what the rules are, right? You gotta know what you can and can't get away with, when to push the pace, when to slow it down, when to foul, and when to play it safe. And then there are the positions: point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, center. Each one has its own role, its own strengths, and its own weaknesses. You need to know what each position is responsible for, how they move, how they think. That way, you can anticipate their next move before they even make it. But knowing the rules and the positions is only half the battle. To really elevate your basketball IQ, you gotta study plays like you're cramming for a final exam. Pick and rolls, give and goes, backdoor cuts, fast breaks. You should be able to recognize them all, both on offense and defense. You see, understanding plays isn't just about running them yourself. It's about knowing what your opponent might throw at you, being able to read the court and react accordingly. It's about being one step ahead of the game. This kind of deep understanding, it doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, it takes dedication. But trust me, the more you learn about the fundamentals of the game, the more you study the rules, the positions, and the plays, the faster your basketball IQ will soar. Think of it like building a house. You need a strong foundation before you can even think about putting up walls, right? Well, the rules, positions, and plays, that's the foundation of your basketball knowledge. Get that solid, and you'll be well on your way to becoming a true student of the game. So, hit the books, watch some game tapes, talk strategy with your coaches and teammates. The more you immerse yourself in the game, the more instinctive your decisions on the court will become. You'll start to see things others don't, make connections others miss, and that's how you gain that mental edge. Alright, now that you're starting to understand the game on a deeper level, it's time to become a student of the game. And what better way to learn than from the best? I'm talking about watching professional games, and I don't mean just passively watching the ball go back and forth. I'm talking about actively analyzing player movements, team strategies, the whole 9 yards. Think of it like watching game film with your coaches, but you're doing it on your own time. Pay attention to how the point guard controls the tempo, how the big men box out for rebounds, how the team moves as a cohesive unit. Focus on players you admire, players who are known for their high basketball IQ. Study their decision-making process, their positioning, their ability to anticipate plays. Try to understand what they see on the court and why they make the choices they do. Don't just watch the ball, watch the players without the ball. Where are they going? Why are they going there? What are their options? You'll be surprised how much you can learn by focusing on the players who aren't directly involved in the action. And don't limit yourself to just watching games. There are tons of resources out there, documentaries, interviews, analysis videos that can give you even more insight into the minds of great players and coaches. The more you watch and analyze, the more you'll start to see the game through a different lens. You'll start to recognize patterns, anticipate plays, and understand the why behind every move. It's like anything else in life. The more you study, the more you learn. The more you learn, the better you become. So immerse yourself in the world of basketball. Watch games, analyze players, study strategies, and absorb everything you can. Remember, knowledge is power, especially on the basketball court. The more you know, the better equipped you'll be to make smart decisions, anticipate your opponent's moves, and ultimately outplay them. So, make it a habit to watch and analyze games regularly. Treat it like part of your training, part of your development as a player. Trust me, the time you invest in studying the game will pay off in dividends on the court. Now, we've talked about understanding the game and watching how the pros do it. But here's the thing. Knowledge without application is like a car without an engine. It's not going to get you very far. You've got to put in the work, practice your decision-making, and train your mind to react instinctively in game situations. One of the best ways to do this is to set up practice scenarios that mimic real game situations. Imagine you're in the final seconds of a tied game. What shot are you taking? Who are you passing to? Or picture yourself on defense with the game on the line. How are you guarding your man? What are your help responsibilities? These are the kinds of situations you need to practice so that when they come up in a game, you're ready. Don't be afraid to make mistakes in practice. That's what it's for. The more you experiment, the more you'll learn what works and what doesn't. And remember, decision-making isn't just about offense. It's about defense too. Anticipating your opponent's next move, knowing when to help, when to double team. These are all crucial aspects of having a high basketball IQ. The key is to constantly challenge yourself, to put yourself in uncomfortable situations in practice so that you're prepared for anything the game throws at you. Think of it like training your muscles. You wouldn't just lift the same weight every time you go to the gym, right? You've got to progressively overload your muscles to make them stronger. Well, it's the same thing with your decision-making skills. You've got to constantly challenge yourself with new and more difficult scenarios to improve your reaction time and your ability to make the right call under pressure. So don't just go through the motions in practice. Be present, be engaged, and use every opportunity to sharpen your mind and elevate your basketball IQ. Remember, the game is often won or lost in those split-second decisions. The more you practice making those decisions, the more confident and instinctive you'll become when it matters most. So there you have it. 3 key strategies to boost your basketball IQ. Remember, it's not just about physical talent. It's about understanding the game, studying the greats, and training your mind to make smart decisions. Start incorporating these strategies into your practice sessions and watch your game intelligence soar. You'll start to see the court differently, anticipate plays, and make decisions that leave your opponents scratching their heads. Keep pushing your limits, and I'll see you on the court.